Okay, Chris, it's Sam Dancy here for Cyclingnews. I was just wondering if you could tell me a little bit about how happy you are with the Boardman bike range and what you think are going to be the big sellers in the range.
Well, our whole range, we have a 2-year life cycle, and we do that on purpose because we know that if you try to have a 1-year life cycle, you're always going to have to be, we want to do some more on it, we haven't got time, it's got to go to market, and we don't want to get caught up in that. We don't want to do change for change's sake. So it's been 2 years coming, this entire, I was going to say revamp, but it hasn't. It's been re-engineering, really. Pretty much every frame that we've got in that range, from the hybrids, the mountain bikes, the road bikes, the platform has been renewed, re-engineered, and more technology with better knowledge of stress analysis, better knowledge of aerodynamics has gone into it, and just couldn't be happier, really. I think it is really, to use a cliche, another level. We stepped it up, and it's great. We're really happy with it. Which ones are going to sell? To be honest, I think I know. What else are you going to expect me to say? All of them. Every one in its area will compete, but with everybody, I always say, don't ask me about the bikes, what I think is good, what I think is going to sell. Go and read independent reviews, because that is the acid test, and I'm quite happy for people to let that be the judge, because I'm that confident in the product.
Sure, absolutely. And can you tell me a little bit more about the partnership that you've got going with Unitedhealthcare? How did that come about?
Well, we knew that we had this product that it's grown so fast. Our biggest challenge has been just to make them fast enough to keep up with demand. And year on year, it's been a phenomenal. And we know that it's so good, it's pointless. We can't keep this in Britain. It should go global. So we're really at the final throes now of making that happen. But a part of making that happen, you can have a great product, but if people can't see it, then they can't get enthused about it or decide whether they like it or don't like it. They can't have an opinion. So we needed to partner with somebody. We didn't want to go for a Pro Tour team because the cost of being in a Pro Tour team are humongous now. They're millions and millions, and that ultimately must be passed on to the consumer. So it wasn't the right thing for us to do right now. Unitedhealthcare, we came together. They have aspirations to be a Pro Tour team. They're Pro Continental this year, and as soon as we started talking to them, we realised that what they wanted to do and the speed they wanted to grow was perfectly in line with us. They were really technologically orientated, gave really good feedback on product, and they knew what they wanted. So that was useful for our development process. And even down to the contractual level, we said, okay, if you want to be a Pro Tour team, everyone says that, we can structure this in a way that, if you do that, then we'll go with you. And they said, okay. So they rose to the challenge. So everything about them, we liked their characters, we liked what they were trying to do, and they fitted for us. And they gave us, they'll give us exposure. They'll let us be visible in multiple different countries. So, and up to now, it's working out perfectly. They're just the right vehicle for us.
Sure. And there's been lots of talk about about Boardman Bikes going into America. Can you say any more details about when, where they're going to be available?
All I can say at the moment, because we're in the final phase of making that happen, is the product is in construction now. It's in production. We're on the route to have the product. We're very careful about how we do it. We're pretty certain about how we're going into the States and everywhere else for that moment, and there'll be more news in a few weeks.
What other countries?
The routes that we're going to use, most countries, but we're going to target. We're very interested in Australia. We're very interested in America. So there'll be some that are more closely targeted than others, and they're the two that I think I'm happy to mention at the moment.
Brilliant. That's great.
Okay.